Imagine being trapped inside an elevator for 5 days with a complete stranger. No food, no way out, and no one coming to save you. Sounds terrifying, right? But for Jennifer, the elevator wasn't the real danger. The man trapped inside with her was. The story begins with Jennifer working late at her office. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and she has a surprise planned. She is secretly flying to New York to meet her ex-boyfriend and hopefully fix their relationship. Before leaving, she writes him a message but decides not to send it because she wants everything to be a surprise. At the same time, another employee named Guy is also leaving work. Both enter the elevator and start a casual conversation. Guy mentions that the office will remain closed for the next 5 days because of a holiday. Jennifer doesn't think much about it until something unexpected happens. The elevator suddenly stops. At first, they think it's a technical problem. Guy presses the emergency button, but nothing happens. Jennifer tries calling for help, but there's no signal. They wave at the camera, but nobody responds. Slowly, they realize they may be trapped for a very long time. Hours pass and there is still no rescue. To distract themselves, they start talking. Jennifer explains that she works as an account supervisor, while Guy claims he recently joined the company. They search for an emergency exit but fail to find one. With no other option, they sit down and wait. As time passes, survival becomes difficult. Guy shares his water with Jennifer and tries to keep her calm. They talk about life, relationships, dreams, and regrets. The more time they spend together, the more comfortable Jennifer becomes around him. Days seem to pass. They play games, draw pictures, and tell personal stories. Jennifer reveals that she was supposed to visit her ex-boyfriend in New York. Guy admits that he doesn't really have anyone waiting for him outside. Eventually, their conversations become more personal. Jennifer begins trusting him. For a moment, it feels like the two of them are simply victims of bad luck. But that feeling doesn't last long. One day, Guy confesses that he has feelings for Jennifer. She is surprised and gently explains that she still loves her ex-boyfriend. Whatever happened between them inside the elevator doesn't change that. Once she gets out, she plans to continue her life exactly where she left it. Those words completely change Guy's behavior. The friendly man Jennifer trusted suddenly becomes someone else. Then he reveals a shocking truth. He never recently joined the company. In reality, he has worked in the building for a long time and has been secretly watching Jennifer for months. He knows her routine, her habits, and details about her personal life. To prove it, he shows her recordings and surveillance clips stored on his phone. Jennifer is horrified. Everything suddenly makes sense. The elevator malfunction was never an accident. Guy planned the entire thing. He intentionally trapped them together because he was obsessed with her. Jennifer realizes she has spent days trapped with a stalker. Things become even worse when Guy reveals he had the elevator key the whole time. He could have ended the nightmare earlier but chose not to. Jennifer immediately threatens to call the police once she escapes. That is when Guy completely loses control. An argument breaks out, and during the struggle, the key gets damaged. Now, neither of them can easily escape. For the first time, both are truly trapped. As the days continue, the tension becomes unbearable. Guy grows increasingly unstable while Jennifer searches for any possible way out. Eventually, they discover an opening above the elevator shaft. Jennifer convinces Guy to help her climb first. He agrees, believing she will help him escape too. But once she reaches the opening, she has no intention of waiting for him. Guy quickly realizes he has been tricked. Furious, he follows her into the shaft. What follows is a desperate fight for survival. Jennifer manages to escape into the building while Guy chases after her. She tries finding help, but the building is nearly empty. Guy refuses to let her go and becomes more dangerous with every passing minute. Eventually, Jennifer finds a way to expose him. She records his confession and captures evidence proving he planned everything. Now, she finally has proof that he kidnapped her. But Guy isn't done yet. The chase continues until they end up near a deserted area outside the building. Jennifer knows this may be her last chance to survive. When Guy moves toward her, she makes a desperate decision. Using his own vehicle against him, she fights back. The confrontation ends with Guy suffering the consequences of his obsession. The man who spent months controlling Jennifer's life finally loses control of his own. In the end, Jennifer survives. She escapes with evidence of everything that happened and finally leaves the nightmare behind. The most disturbing part of this story isn't the broken elevator, it's the fact that Jennifer trusted the wrong person. Sometimes the people who seem kind and helpful are hiding the darkest intentions, and that's what makes this story so terrifying.